Hey guys, Flight Sim Jammer here, and our 3D printer just showed up. Alright, so I was doing a little bit of research, and the 3D printers I was looking at were between about $200 and almost $1,000, and I kept coming back to this one. It's the Artillery Sidewinder 1, and all of the reviews said it was great, and it said that, you know, there was a little bit of a learning curve, but you got really nice prints on it, and that was the biggest thing I was going for. But I wanted to show you guys what it looked like, so here we go. Haven't even undid the tape yet, so alright. They got their own fancy tape that has their name on it. Try not to go in here too deep. Okay. Alright, are we ready for this? Here we go. Ta-da! More box. That's good. It means it's well packed. Okay. Put some of this off to the side. I have to keep this box for doing some laser printer stuff. This phone too. Alright, look at that. Alright. More foam. Got lots of foam in it. Okay. Quality control checklist. Scratches, movement, XYZ, carriage, move smoothly. Hardware is pulley and coupler fixed properly. FFC connected correctly. Part cooling, fan shroud. X carriage cover. Movement, 5-stepper motor works properly, dry run. Fans work, dry run. Heat bed heats up correctly, dry run. Print head heats up correctly, dry run. Print bed is flat within test print area. No layering issues during test print. LEDs light up and color is correct. Filament runout sensor works correctly. Power fail resume features works correctly. Printer prints correctly. Tool bag cables packed. Okay. Wow. Big installation manual. Okay, and do not remove before finish assembly. Oh, okay. That's the bed right there. One of the reasons I went with this one, it's got a coating on here that when it heats up, the print sticks really well. And if you don't touch it and let it fully cool off, the print just pops off. That was one of the big things that I read on this model. Okay. Whew. Well, let's see, over here, got a power cord, we got some brackets. That bed is glass, so don't drop anything on it. Tool pouch, Just going to set all this stuff to the side while we're getting things pulled out here. There we go. One of the other things is this is a direct drive printer, so you have a little more control over it, I guess. It looks pretty simple, nice and clean. One of the reviews, this cover was broken. It didn't really hurt anything, but alright, set this off to the side. Need quite a big work area. Okay, there's our foam. Our foam. It is packed extremely well. Definitely got some weight to it. Okay. 110 volt. Obviously I got the one from US. This is where we're at. Beautiful. Alright. We'll get this moved and yep, it's definitely got some weight to it. Okay, now we can pull all this out. Little flash drive. SWX1 full bag. Have a wrench, 8mm and 10mm. Probably lose that 10mm before I build this thing. It's like some circuit boards and bearings, Allen wrenches, and all the bolts and the cables. That there is what's in the tool kit. So I'm going to set all this back in here for the moment. So we can bring the printer over here. Okay. Looks like some kind of sensor. Couple of L brackets. All right, main module. This guy. The bars that are still over there, and these two brackets. 5 screws. 30 pin and a 20 pin cable. Fix the XZ gantry to the base with 4 pieces of M5 by 40 screws, as shown in the picture. Okay, well hopefully it's okay to tilt this guy because there's no other way to do that. I've got 5 M5, yep, there's 5 there, and we need 4 for that. quick. Yep. Right there. Okay. One thing I read is you have to be careful of the cables. That should actually be pretty self-explanatory when you're putting things in, but just keep your eye out for them. That one sits in nicely. Very well could have this thing backwards too. Okay. Oh, not backwards. Just like that. Just like anything else, remember to, when you're putting screws in, get it close, but don't snug it or tighten it. That way it still has just a little bit of play. And even from side to side, those are about 3/4 of the way in. Take these ones, come to the other side. Pretty exciting. I've wanted a 3D printer for quite a while. Just couldn't, you know, spend the money on one, and then finally with building the sim, there's just some parts that I would rather make than spend the $1,000 to buy it from other places. So instead of spending $1,000 on one part, or even $500 on a part that you can 3D print, you buy the printer, you make it, even if it's not 100% as good as, you know, getting it from the company, and you can then you still have this toy to play with to keep making other things. Super excited as well today because today I got to do my very first flight in a Cessna 172. We flew about an hour and a half, 90 minutes or so. Got to land at the beach and put fuel in the plane, and then fly back to the home airport. That was a blast. That is now going to make it to where I absolutely want to get my pilot's license. So, fun times. Alright, here we are all plugged in, ready to go. And hopefully, anyway, the book says now you can connect your power and turn on the machine. On the touchscreen, go to tools. Okay, let's try this real quick. Okay, it's on. heat to, let's see, on the touch screen, go to tools, heat, go to heat to preheat the nozzle and bed. Wait till both heated up to a target temperature and wait 1 minute to all components equalize in temperature. Okay. Oh yeah, it's warming up, you can feel it. Nozzle in there. Came with a replacement nozzle as well. This reset button here, this little button on the side, says with this reset button, it will reset the machine and cannot resume print afterwards, so be careful not to press it accidentally. It says during printing, the LED near the nozzle shows the current printing status. Gradually change from blue to violet as the heated bed gets to target temp. Gradually change from violet to red as the hot end gets to temperature. Change to white to illuminate work face. Change to green once print has finished. Don't really see one. The button I pushed, that's extruder or nozzle, and then bed. So this is nozzle, the nozzle, no, this says bed 19, and extruder is at 25. It's getting warm, it says don't touch it. Okay, it's been a minute. It's hovering right around 17, 18 Celsius. 22, 23. Okay. So let's go to level. Holy cow. Okay. So for leveling, adjust the height by turning the knob below the bed. Slide a sheet of paper between the nozzle and bed and adjust the height so the piece of paper slides with just a bit of drag in all locations. It says you may need to do it twice. So, our checklist is an A4 book and piece. So, okay, a little bit of drag. Four. Okay, there you go. The one. Two. 3. Alright guys, did it about 4 times. Just keep going through the different settings. You do 1 through 4 because you can't adjust 5, but get 5 close first and then adjust the other ones. And yeah, there you go. So then it says redo that a couple times, which I did. And then it goes to the slicing software. This printer works with most software. Go to printer, shape tab, click on OK, print window, If it's your first time installing the print slicer software, you may see Welcome to Slicer Wizard. Follow the stuff to set it up. In the window, go to File, Load Config Bundle, and load the config file supplied on the USB stick that comes with this machine. When load finishes, you'll see the screen below. You can now close this window. 6 presets successfully imported. Choose the desired settings. You may need to tweak the settings according to filaments, and that's it. All right, I'm gonna do some checking. I'm gonna figure out how to get the spool set up on there, and we'll record our first print here in a little bit. All right, we're gonna give it a shot. Don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna see. Alright guys, so real quick, pretty sure the issue I was having is there is a tiny hole up in the top of this. It's the sensor. As soon as I put the plastic through, it turned green. So now let's click the button. This is just the print that it came with. No idea what it's gonna do, so let's try it. It's already working better, actually. Well, it's already doing more than it was. Yay! Our very first 3D printed item. You guys, this is amazing. I will put this camera, the view's not going to be great, but I'm going to put it right up to it so you can hear. That's literally how loud it is. I am talking to you guys, and it is literally printing. How cool is that? I ended up just using the software that came on the dongle and did the settings it said. And it's supposed to be making a cube with their design or their logo in it. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, if you turn it on and it just beeps at you, it's because you haven't put your PLA through that sensor. It's the run-out sensor. It makes sense that it turns off. Nothing anywhere tells you that it beeps at you when it runs out of filament. So wonder how long it takes to actually print the full model. We will find out. It's going to be so cool if it's really this easy to build parts. Learning the program, I think, is going to be the hardest part. This is a temporary spot for this. We're going to clear an area and set up a whole little manufacturing area with our laser and 3D printer. Alright, enjoy the music, and we'll speed this up a little bit and check it out when it's done. Alright guys, here we go. All printed. Feels a little squishy, but has a logo in it. Now, I went with whatever settings that it had. I do not know how to run the software or anything like that, but when it was done, literally I just touched it and it popped right off. So, yeah. Alright, there you go. Super, super, super quiet. My family just came down. They had no idea it was even running. And they know somebody that has a different model, and they said it is twice to 3 times as loud as this. This you could literally just have printing in your room if you were watching TV and you wouldn't even hear it. Or if you're even just reading a book. Alright guys, there you go. Artillery Sidewinder X1. So far, amazing. So, yeah. Stay tuned. We'll figure out how to print some parts for the sim. Alright, you guys have a good day, and remember, land safely.